contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one
between the Las Vegas Raiders
and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Baker going to throw this right away. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Mayfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, it's impossible to see the Raiders and Steelers in Pittsburgh and not think of our namesake, the late, great John Madden, and the Immaculate Reception game, which celebrated its 50th anniversary yesterday. It was December 22nd, 1972. So this game, a nice little nod from the schedule makers, no doubt. And the Raiders have gotten a little bit of revenge in recent years. They've won 4 out of 5 and have a 17-13 all-time advantage in the series.
Mayfield on 1st down.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Completes it to Austin. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
The Steelers at 4 and 10 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
4th down, Mayfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Adams, the man in motion left. Carr to throw for it on fourth down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to go up top again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Graham has puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On second down, this is Harris. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. To throw, Mayfield. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just...
And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So why go for that there? First half, you could have tied the game at 7. Why try to get the lead?
Feels like an analytics call, doesn't it? That's starting to really get into the game where they're studying where you can make extra points and the whole deal and get an advantage. But I don't know that we have enough data yet to really say this is the right play or the wrong play. Maybe in 2 or 3 more NFL seasons.
Change.
Exactly. 2 or 3 more NFL seasons, I think we'll have a much better study and much better case of what we're going to do.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption.
And now the rookie's 3, 30, 10. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. That kickoff return, 104 yards. And the Steelers have come back to make it a 2-point game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Throwing on first down is Carr.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second and very short, Carr.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
On play action, now Carr. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mayfield on play action. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Play fake. Mayfield. He'll let it fly for Austin. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Calvin Austin.
A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air.
And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
On first down, Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Adams, the man in motion left. Carr to throw again. Working the middle here. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
On 2nd and 9, Carr. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Here's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. And the slot man goes in motion left. Carr now on first down. Looking for Campbell downfield. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Adams the man in motion right. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because
oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
Now after the INT, it's Carr.
He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr.
Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
They were in the 46 defense, just plugging up the middle.
And you know what the 46 means, right? That means you take up the first 3 guys, the center and the 2 guards. You cover them with your big people up front. I don't understand why you're trying to run up the middle against the 46 defense. The old Bears showed us it wasn't able to be done. They didn't get it done on that one either.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And a terrible towel is in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr.
And he'll find Moreau here.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to make it a 2-score game. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield, eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. First down, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 2.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Mayfield to throw it.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Second down and goal. Mayfield. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Calvin Austin.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season.
And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Some time here for the onside kick and then the 2-minute warning. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Carr to throw. Catch made. It's Moreau. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Now Carr. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because
this is caught at the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Calvin Austin.
78 yards.
And the Steelers have cut it back within a score.
Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jimmy Graham, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders will add to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The 40. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Steelers. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. In motion goes the tight end. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Las Vegas,
it's a good 5th win for them as they play out the string. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh,
your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give up. Now, flex. Why you there looking depressed? Feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success. Getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage. Acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome. You and dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down. The best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on though. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong though, that's against our bro code. Headed to his home though, no we living solo. Vertebrae, got this broken to his place. It's shit in space, from then I say it's evidence. You entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some change. All my anger is a pain, you didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up.